Donald Trump does not want you to see this. Take a look.
And we will take back our country on November 5th, 2024. On November 5th, 2024. 2024.
Ugh. I mean, the dude is just spitting uncontrollably and literally foaming at the mouth like a rabid dog.
And he hates dogs.
He died like a dog. He lied like a dog.
Choked like a dog.
Quit like a dog.
Just got thrown out of the Navy like a dog.
Romney choked like a dog. He choked.
I don't think you need to worry about Romney choking when you're liable to choke on your own saliva here, guy. I mean, the man is clearly unwell, spitting when he talks, foaming at the mouth. It's so gross. I mean, it's absolutely disgusting.
On November 5th, 2024.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
Seriously, what the hell is that, dude? It's frankly disgusting, and not even in the I want to sleep with my daughter kind of way.
I don't think Ivanka would do that inside the magazine, although she does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know?
Oh, it's so weird.
I mean, this is a guy who just recently fell asleep in court and nearly shat his pants.
Mr. Trump, did you just fart?
No, I didn't fart. And you can't prove that I farted because I've never farted ever, like no one ever didn't fart.
And as funny as that is, it's not even a joke. There's been well-documented reporting on this.
Really quickly, if I can, Lisa, your observations on Donald Trump today.
Sleeping. Again,
Sleeping.
You know, they have tried a number of different devices. Yeah, sleeping for a lot of it. I would say they've tried a number of different devices to keep Trump awake, partially in response, or what appears to be in response to collective press corps observations. So, for example, when there are sidebars, an attorney doesn't leave his side anymore because leaving him alone means leaving him to potentially sleep. He has a stack of papers with him at all times now to go through. But neither of those things seem to have protected Trump from his own exhaustion today. More than not, when I looked up to see how Trump was receiving the testimony, Trump was not receiving it at all because his eyes were closed.
And now he's foaming at the mouth. This isn't even just bad for him. I mean, someone on his campaign saw that and just let them keep it up. Like, y'all didn't think to just refilm the damn thing? How stupid are these people? And it gets worse, because it's not even the only moment from that video where he does this. Take a look.
Many Republicans like to vote on election day.
That's gross, dude. You're making selfie videos, hawking loogies, and foaming at the mouth. I can't even take this seriously anymore. But thankfully, just like myself, the internet also can't take this seriously and decided to have a field day with it. Because the account that posted this, Patriot Takes, took the time to point out that foamy saliva can be a sign of health issues. Shocker, Big Mac McDon Von Shits and Pants is having health issues? Who would have thunk? But the comments were on point, with some commenters chiming in with some absolutely incredible internet diagnoses. One person quoted Medical News Today saying foaming or frothing at the mouth occurs when excess saliva pools in the mouth or lungs and mixes with air. Gross. Causes include drug overdose, seizures, pulmonary edema, and rabies. It is usually a medical emergency. Trump is not well. Well, we could have told you that. But another commenter speculated that the foam coming from his mouth was probably Putin's jizz. A thought that is only slightly more disturbing than watching Donnie Von Spitzen, and one that is only topped by my next personal favorite, where someone said Marjorie Taylor Greene bit him and gave him rabies, which, yeah, that tracks.
Not really. Lincoln Riley.
God, she's so gross. And someone else musing that it was totally cottonmouth from all the amphetamines, which apparently isn't too far-fetched.
And then we know from public records requests and recent reports as well, including a government report prepared by the Office of Inspector General for the Defense Department, that Donald Trump's White House was turned into a pill mill, quite literally, with very serious drugs that were being passed around. Everything from kind of fentanyl to just look at the list right here of all of these like really, really hard drugs. I mean, they have ketamine, they've got the drug that forms the date rape drug. I mean,
the date rape drug. Oh God, that doesn't look good for him. Much like this clip. But more on that in just a second.
They have all this stuff that's going around the White House, and the White House was giving all these unauthorized medication, and so I think that one of the things that Donald Trump is very worried about, as well as in the probation report and in connection with sentencing in the Manhattan District Attorney criminal case, Donald Trump's going to have to pee in a cup, and he's going to get tested for drugs. As a convicted felon, he's going to have to go through that process.
Wow. I never thought I'd say this, but I genuinely can't wait for the results of that piss test. Because he is clearly unwell. And whether that is the result of his dementia brain or him being hopped up on drugs, which we don't know, but I think everyone kind of assumes. I mean, it does run in the family.
Donald Trump Jr.'s on cocaine. Don Jr.'s on coke. I have a cocaine addiction.
But his behavior is raising some major red flags, and there are a plethora of disturbing instances even from very recently. This guy is not only sick in the head, he's a sick person. Just look at his recent interview on Fox News where they asked him about whether he would declassify the Epstein files, and just the fear that comes over him in this instance. Take a look.
I'm not sure I've ever heard someone sound as guilty as Trump does in this clip.
Would you declassify the 9/11 files?
Yeah.
Would you declassify JFK files?
Yeah. I did a lot of it.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would.
All right.
I guess I would. I think that less so because, you don't know. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there, because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world. But I think I would.
If you notice, every other question he answered immediately. Yes, yes, yes. But with the Epstein question, he wasn't so sure.
I think that less so because, you don't know. You don't want to affect people's lives if it's phony stuff in there, because there's a lot of phony stuff with that whole world.
Phony stuff. So according to Trump, the election was rigged, the debates are rigged, his criminal trials are rigged, and now the Epstein files are rigged. Or maybe the lives Donald Trump is scared of affecting are his and his buddies. While MAGA tries to spread fake Epstein lists with names of celebrities they don't like, we have real ones from the courts. Epstein flight logs were released in 2021 during his co-conspirator Ghislaine Maxwell's trial, and Donald Trump appeared in the flight logs at least 7 times. Or how about the time Epstein and Maxwell rode with Trump on his plane? From New York Magazine, quote, "They did board with a young woman of indeterminate age. I wouldn't be able to tell if she was 15 or 20. She was quite dressed up and quite made up, so it was hard to tell." And remember what Trump said about Maxwell when she was on trial?
I haven't really been following it too much. I just wish her well, frankly. I've met her numerous times over the years, especially since I lived in Palm Beach, and I guess they lived in Palm Beach, but I wish her well.
Trump and Epstein were BFF in the 90s, and Trump idolized him. Here's what Trump himself told New York Magazine, quote, "I've known Jeff for 15 years. Terrific guy. He's a lot of fun to be with. It is even said that he likes beautiful women as much as I do, and many of them are on the younger side. No doubt about it, Jeffrey enjoys his social life."
Good old conservative Christian values, right? So remember this the next time you have the displeasure of talking to a Trump supporter, or someone tries to talk to you about Joe Biden's age being a factor, because this is the alternative.
And we will take back our country on November 5th, 2024. On November 5th, 2024. 2024.